Operation Dan was a lesser-known but significant Japanese military operation during the later stages of the Pacific War. Conducted in 1944, the operation aimed to reinforce Japanese positions in the Philippines and the Marianas, countering advancing Allied forces. Despite strategic planning, Operation Dan faced major logistical challenges, Allied air superiority, and an increasingly dire situation for Japanese forces. Background: Japanese strategic goals. By 1944, the Japanese Empire was under immense pressure due to Allied advances in the Pacific theater. The primary objectives of Operation Dan included reinforcing Japanese garrisons in key territories, particularly in the Philippines and Mariana Islands, disrupting Allied supply lines to slow the progress of U.S. and Allied forces, providing logistical support to isolated Japanese units facing food and ammunition shortages. Allied threats. The U.S. island-hopping campaign, coupled with overwhelming naval and aerial superiority, posed a significant challenge to Japanese defensive operations. By mid-1944, key territories such as Saipan, Guam, and the Philippines were at risk of being overrun. The execution of Operation Dan. Deployment and challenges. Japan mobilized a convoy of transport ships escorted by warships to deliver reinforcements and supplies. However, several obstacles hindered the mission. U.S. submarine patrols targeted Japanese shipping routes, resulting in heavy losses before reaching their destination. Allied air strikes from carrier-based aircraft and land-based bombers devastated Japanese convoys. Lack of fuel and resources further weakened Japan's ability to sustain prolonged engagements. Outcome and impact. Despite initial efforts, Operation Dan failed to achieve its objectives. The majority of Japanese reinforcements and supplies were destroyed or intercepted before reaching their destinations. The consequences included severe attrition of Japanese forces in the Philippines and Marianas, increased isolation of Japanese garrisons, accelerating their eventual defeat, strengthened Allied momentum, paving the way for the Leyte Gulf campaign and the recapture of the Philippines. Conclusion. Operation Dan was a desperate Japanese attempt to reinforce their crumbling defenses in the Pacific. However, overwhelming Allied naval power, air dominance, and superior logistics rendered the mission a failure. This operation underscored the deteriorating position of Japan in the Pacific War, highlighting its dwindling ability to resist the relentless Allied advance.